Greetings and welcome. Today we will be presenting our concept for a digitally transformed Brisbane public transport system, with a focus on transforming the way that buses and trains are run, and how information about their service is communicated back to the commuter. Issues like trains running chronically late, and buses being late due to traffic congestion or roadworks are detrimental to the productivity of commuters, and, by extension, the public transport system. What if commuters could know exactly how far away their bus is from their stop, where it's going, how much it's going to cost them, or before the bus even arrives? That is just one of the systems we plan to present to you today, so make sure to stay tuned. How will our envisaged digital artifact enrich and improve upon the original service? Well, the current public transportation system will be greatly improved by our envisaged digital transformation. Currently, when trains are supposed to be running 10 minutes apart, they are actually running closer to 15 minutes or more apart, and as a result the platform fills up with people that would have otherwise caught the next train. This results in the train becoming overcrowded, which leads to arguments and general unhappiness amongst the commuters. Having real-time systems that better monitor the running of the trains could lead to a higher on-time average for the train system, leading to less crowded trains and happier commuters. People every day are using public transport to travel, whether it be for work or study or a plethora of other important engagements. Commuters need to know that the train or bus will be there dead on time and will get them where they need to go punctually. By using technologies like GPS, information provided by track circuits, and traffic monitoring systems, we will be able to make accurate predictions on the trains and buses' arrival time and calculate delay times if a train is slowed somewhere on the track or a bus is held up due to traffic. A monitoring system will not only improve on commuter happiness, but will also reduce stress and anxiety in commuters. With systems in place to enable real-time tracking of buses, and thus keep commuters updated with its ETA, general commuter satisfaction with the public transport system will increase, and the number of commuters will no doubt grow as a result. Furthermore, the introduction of selective vehicle detection used in London's own traffic signal system would greatly decrease transit times between bus stops, leading to more customers and less expenses. This system automatically detects approaching buses and prioritizes giving them green lights, thus keeping the flow of traffic moving along the bus route. How will the consumers interact with our digitally enhanced product? Users will interact with the digitally transformed public transport system primarily through their smartphones. The commuter can download an app for a small startup fee, which includes funds for a travel account. The travel account holds the balance the consumer uses to pay for public transport and can be replenished at any time via internet banking. With money on their travel account, the app can be used as a go-card, utilizing near-field communications to touch on using their smartphone. The app also serves to provide up-to-date information on buses and trains, allowing commuters to check the ETA, current stop or station, remaining seating capacity, and receive information on any delays that may affect their approaching bus or train. What value will our consumers get in addition to our core product? The major benefits in this digital transformation for commuters are vastly improved ease of use, increased reliability and efficiency, and a larger amount of information on public transportation. This complements the core perceived values of the commuters: well-being, quality, service, and delivery. What technologies need to be used, integrated, or built to create our product? Our envisaged digital transformation is composed of a variety of different features to be implemented in various parts of the public transport system. The most important feature is a GPS unit for every bus and train, and the monitoring system that will utilize the data gathered by these GPS systems to generate ETAs, provide station or stop information, and coordinate the traffic signal system to improve the flow of traffic along bus routes. The second technology that must be implemented is a change to the go-card readers currently being used. The readers will have to be configured to detect the near-field communication signal of smartphones using the app in order to facilitate their use as replacements to go-cards. The third technology required is a system that monitors the flow of traffic. Google's Google Maps already does this, however it may not be precise enough for our purposes, and thus a completely new system may need to be devised. As mentioned before, using this monitoring system in conjunction with the GPS systems installed on all buses, it should be relatively simple to calculate the ETA of any given bus based on its progress along the route, and any delays it has yet to encounter. However, taking this one step further, it should also be possible to redirect buses around traffic and thus avoid delays altogether. If the system detects congestion along the bus route, an alert can be sent to the bus in question and a new route given to the bus driver via his GPS. Using the unified theory of acceptance and use of technology model, we can predict with some confidence that this envisaged digital transformation would be successful in the marketplace. This graph demonstrates how commuters have adopted the go-card system currently in place. giving evidence to support the idea that our digital transformation will likely be accepted easily into the current users of the transport system and potentially gaining the service more customers. Overall satisfaction with the current TransLink transportation system leaves a lot of room for growth. Therefore, the introduction of our digital service will likely cause a rise in overall satisfaction due to our service catering to a lot of the commuters' needs and wants regarding the transport system that are not currently realized or implemented. The current response for ease of use in the transport system shows that there is a great understanding in how commuters are meant to use the system that is in place. Adding on to that, our digital service that could further improve ease of use, providing a convenient all-in-one app to save commuters time when using the TransLink services. This is further reinforced by this graph, showing that management of commuters' go-kart accounts are currently rather easy, but can be further improved by our app that allows users to access all the information they need and want regarding the transport services and manage their account from one digital location. The following section of the presentation will be dedicated to addressing the relevant aspects in the theory and how and why they relate to the product. Firstly, performance expectancy. If the transformation delivers on all of its promises, it will increase the performance of the entire public transport system, leading to a vastly superior experience for the end user. Secondly, effort expectancy. This overhaul is said to decrease the amount of effort involved in using public transport. With the ability to use a smartphone as a go-kart, receive real-time updates on delays, timetables, traffic conditions, and cost, the ease of use for public transport will practically skyrocket. Next, social influence. There is already a large amount of societal pressure to use public transport over personal vehicles, from environmental concerns, peak hour traffic, and the rising cost of fuel. With a vastly improved user experience, commuters will have little reason not to make use of public transport. And lastly, facilitating conditions. Anyone who has used Queensland's public transport system will tell you that it currently has many flaws. These flaws are one of the key reasons this digital transformation is being proposed. Many people will see this digital transformation as a way to improve their commute, whether it be to work, to school, or anywhere in general. In conclusion, using the unified theory of acceptance and use of technology model, as well as TransLink's graphs on current user experiences regarding ease of use and their satisfaction with the service, we can see that our product has a number of features that will be received favorably by commuters. This, in turn, will lead to growth in the number of commuters using public transport as their previous disgruntlements with it disappear, and an increase in income as these new commuters begin to use public transport more frequently. This final part of the presentation will be dedicated for the purposes of looking at the impact this digital transformation will have on relevant parties. Who does it impact? Firstly, public transport operators. Data collected from the product can be used to greatly increase the efficiency of public transport, and thus increase profit margins in the process. Furthermore, the increased use of public transport that will come from this transformation in turn means more paying commuters, increasing profits even more. Secondly, public transport users. Public transport users will benefit from the smoother and more accessible transport system that the transformation will create. And thirdly, car owners. If this transformation manages to convince a significant amount of car owners into using public transport for their daily commute, it would decrease the amount of traffic on the roads significantly. What are the negatives and positives? Well, the negatives are that there are privacy issues in the global positioning system that is used to collect the data about delays and such. Secondly, not everyone has a smartphone, and not every smartphone has the capability to be used as a go-kart. Third, initial cost to implement such a transformation could be very high. And lastly, running out of battery on your phone while traveling could be a great issue to the commuters. What are the positives? Well, there's an increased efficiency on public transport. Buses will be more likely to arrive on time, as well as trains. Secondly, the user has access to more information pertaining to delays, costs, and timetables. Third, the ability to use a go-kart from your smartphone. And lastly, the decrease in the amount of traffic on roads. To conclude, this product will have numerous positive impacts not only on the public transport system and its users, but also for Brisbane as a whole. And while there are some negatives, we believe the numerous positive effects of this digital transformation heavily outweigh the negative effects that may come about. Commuters will ultimately benefit greatly from the introduction of this service, as it fixes a lot of issues with the current transport system and provides constant updates regarding the TransLink services. This will also benefit TransLink in the long run, as the potential for gaining more repeat customers is increased, and the current loyal customers of the transport system will be much more satisfied with the service. Thus, our digital transformation of the TransLink transportation system is mutually beneficial. We hope you've gained significant understanding of where our product came from and why it will positively impact the current transport system.